I could never have imagined, even in my dreams, that this would happen to me if I took this road today. It was a cold winter night. As usual, I was hanging out with my friends at the corner. I was wearing a sweater and trousers. The gathering ended at 10:30 p.m. Like every day, I took the usual path to return home. It was a village road, deserted at this hour, not a soul in sight. It's worth mentioning that there was a cluster of bamboo bushes along the road I take home. During the day, they seemed ordinary, but at night, they always gave me an eerie feeling. I've been passing by that road since childhood, and nothing ever happened to me. But what happened that night was something I was not at all prepared for. As I approached the bamboo bushes, I suddenly felt like someone was behind me. After walking a little further, I became certain it was a woman wearing anklets walking right behind me. I could clearly hear the jingling sound of her anklets. When I took a step forward, she also took a step forward. I didn't dare to look back because I'd heard that looking back might invite spirits to get closer. The sound of her anklets was so distinct that I could almost gauge how far behind me she was. At one point, out of sheer fear, I froze and shouted, "Who's there?" The moment I did, I felt like the spirit was no longer behind me. The jingling sound had disappeared. Relieved, I took a deep breath and started walking toward home again. But as soon as I took my first step, it felt like the spirit was back, walking right behind me. I froze once more, and again the jingling sound stopped. I began to think, it seems like she walks when I walk and stops when I stop. But what could be causing this? Still terrified, I shoved my hands into my pockets and started walking while shrinking into myself. The moment I put my hands in my pocket, the jingling sound stopped. Feeling a little relieved, I continued walking with my hands in my pockets. Then I took my hands out again, and the sound returned. It was then that I realized something. There were some loose coins in my pocket, and as I walked, they were jingling, mimicking the sound of anklets. When I figured this out, I didn't know whether to laugh or cry.